And hello, everyone. Welcome back to the page. Jason Brown, the Charlotte agent, here with day 4 of my recap, critique, analysis of Myron Golden's Make More Offers Challenge. Shout out to our sponsor, faithgear.shop. That's faithgear.shop. It's our sponsor for today. Thank them so much for this awesome shirt. And let's get into it. So, I'm going to bring up the each day we're given a workbook. You can print that out to take notes on it, or just keep it as a guide and take your own notes. I didn't print it out. I've been using my journal book here for all of my notes, which this works for me. It's been great. But let's bring it up, guys and gals, and we will. There we are. So, Make More Offers Challenge. Thus far, day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4 were all awesome. Should you take this challenge? If you are an entrepreneur, if you're an inspiring entrepreneur, uh, yes. Does it matter what industry you're in? Do you have to be in like coaching or motivational speaking? No, it's for if you have a apparel line like faithgear.shop. If you're a real estate agent, we had people in there who were insurance, financial advisors, coaching. Some had products. There was a gluten-free cookie. Uh, she had that company. There was another one for health and fitness. Um, Another one for I think meditation and mental health. So a whole plethora of different businesses, industries were represented in the group. Day 4. I'm sorry. Let me actually bring up the slide for you all. All right. Day 1 was the offer science and dealing with those lead generation offers. Actually, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to let me minimize this screen here. It'll still stay up for you all. I just want to bring it up larger here before I jump to my notes. So I'm just going to go through the first couple pages of the workbook here, and then I'll get to some quotable takeaways from that day. All right, so day 1. Oop, let me go back. Technical difficulty. Houston, we have a problem. All right. Day 1, offer science and the lead generation offer. Day 2, offer strategies and the lead conversion offer. Day 3, offer scripts and the customer ascension offer. Day 4 deals with offer systemization and the customer retention offers. This was really, really awesome for me because customer retention really is the lifeblood of real estate. Once you've done all that you can in your marketing and your networking to get that client, how do you retain them once the transaction is over? Right. And from the question that I asked him, and his answer was awesome because I was in the VIP and I leveled up to the platinum where I can ask him a question. He basically showed me how I can bring people into my community, my clients. They're buying houses from me, but because I know how to retain them, there are other offers that I can create. And you essentially have customer slash clients for life. So, offer systemization. Uh, he went over the definition. He was really drilling that definition into our heads of what is an offer, and it's a lot to read. I know it may seem a little too long, but it's really good. An offer, the opportunity you give a potential client to exercise their desire to buy or otherwise obtain the thing or things that you help them realize they desired all along at the price that you have previously decided on and they have subsequently agreed to, which they now expect to use to make their experience of life exponentially better. The value of your offer will be enhanced or diminished by the value of your content, right? Now, he started off with the 4 levels of learning. And I have it here in my notes, but he just drew like a staircase, 4 levels of learning: tactics, strategies, principles, essence. Tactics, answering tactical questions such as, what do I do? And this could be very useful. People just need to know some tactical things. I know in the fitness space, because as many or some of you, maybe not all of you, know that, I compete in all natural bodybuilding, that many videos are just what to do if I want to, you know, reduce the fat percentage, what to do to grow a bigger back or bigger delts or whatever have you. So that's the first step in the four levels. First level, I should say, in the four levels strategy, when and why to do the tactical stuff. Pretty much self-explanatory. So now you're giving them just the when and the why. So I can tell someone, all right, um, to do a certain exercise to, grow bigger biceps. Great. That really is tactical. When to do it and why you're doing that particular exercise. Now we're really fleshing that out, and the recipient of that is starting to make sense, right? Uh, third level of the four principles, why the strategies work. So that is when, let's say, I'm now explaining the stress that you're putting on the muscle, um, how many times a week you're putting it on, uh, the stress on the muscle, maybe even to should you be consuming carbs right before, protein, whatever. Now, I know I'm in real estate, but I love working out. So that's what I'm using for my examples. And the fourth level, teaching essence, is teaching from the place of your character, your nature, the intention. And I'm going to let me see where I am on the slide. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. But just to give a quick nugget, he then said, uh, with the essence, he really did a deep dive into that. He explained how God is holy. Holy is his identity. If you're Christian or not Christian, I get it, but this can still apply. Listen to what he's saying. So, operating from an entrepreneurial holiness means me owning my own identity. That's the essence of the four levels of teaching and learning. He said both was the essence of a thing, and that's true. If you can get to the essence of the thing, you're at the core. You're at its very nature, right? It's very Adam, level kind of insight, or kind of genesis, should I say. So um so in business, I need to be myself, have integrity, tell the truth, and only do good. Do what's good for your clients. We're not trying to cut corners. We're not trying to manipulate. We're not trying to deceive. We're not a snake oil salesman. No, you have identified the questions, the fears of the marketplace. You have become obsessed with finding a solution to that. You spend more time thinking on their problems, their issues, how to make their uh, systems, businesses, whatever, better, and working out their bodies, their health better. You've obsessed over it so much, and you've come up with the solutions, right? So now that you can do good by affording that information to them. So systems, yes, let's go into that quick definition. He began to talk about systems, and it is true that a lot of businesses fail because there's there's a kink, there's a short in the system that they built. What is a system? A set of things working together as part of a mechanism or an interconnecting network, a set of principles or procedures according to which something is done, an organized framework or method. Systems under which people work account for 90% of the failure. Therefore, the key to success in any endeavor is to perfect the system. And this is so true, especially in real estate. Especially in real estate, a lot of agents, really not entrepreneurs. And I will use that word lightly just because I know People are understanding better. But I would say that, you're not really an entrepreneur if it's just you don't have employees. You're more so self-employed. And a lot of real estate agents are just self-employed once they've opened up their own agency, et cetera, et cetera. And he gives W. Edwards Deming the credit for that. All right, so let's go back to the slide here. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. Mastery, we talked about that in some of the other videos. Mastery is the ability to execute effortlessly, without the use of conscious resources. The purpose of this challenge is to get you on the road to developing mastery in your business. Um, let's keep it moving. Day four. What else did I want to? Yes. So customer retention, continuity offers. What is a continuity offer? Meaning you sell it once and people pay for it every month, week, year, or etc. Let's look at some examples of that. Continuity offers: newsletter, SaaS, membership site, in-house funding. So imagine in real estate, let's take it there. I have the client, either a buyer or seller. We've concluded the transaction. They're very happy with how everything went. But what if I had a newsletter that I was writing and it was touching on what my clients deemed to be valuable to them, right? Taking them away from those pain points. I'm not selling, pushing them towards pleasure, but taking them away from pain points. Newsletters are great ways to keep people engaged. It's a great way for you to stay in front of them. And because it's in the category of continuity offers, you can charge for a newsletter. He gave an example that he paid something like $10,000 to be a part of a distribution list for a particular newsletter. He also gave the example, there's a company, and I believe one of the gentlemen that worked for this company wrote a book. The name of that book, I can't think of right now, but essentially this company sold subscriptions to newsletters, and their newsletters about business, about money, financial literacy, things like that. So newsletters are a great way for you to create a continuity offer. SaaS, which is, it's like a software service. Let me bring up my view here so I can read through it and not stumble. Sometimes I stumble, guys. I'm still trying to. People say you look like a natural on camera. Well, sometimes I still get a little nervous. Software as a service is a way of delivering applications over the internet as a service. Netflix, Zoom, Max, which used to be HBO, and they had Cinemax. Now it's on Max. Disney Plus, things like that. Instead of installing and maintaining software, you simply access it via the internet, freeing yourself from complex software and hardware management. So that's what Netflix is, right? You don't have to, go into the software and, once you download it, you just pay that monthly subscription and everything, all the options are there. You just scroll through and just pick what you want. Membership site. Membership site's a private password protected website that offers exclusive content and training. One example of that would be like Patreon. That's a platform where you can create your own, Patreon page or site, and you can charge people a certain amount of membership. They have access to privy videos, teaching resources, maybe even direct access to you that's creating the content. And I know in many Patreon accounts, they have various tiers of membership, right? So you may have, I don't know, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, whatever have you. And that is another great way. So if I have clients that are buying with me, I've already earned their trust. We've concluded the transaction. Why does Jason not have a newsletter, have some type of SaaS, has also the membership site like a Patreon, things like that, and then the in-house funding? which can include both long-term and short-term payments for your offer. All right. And I think that's all I wanted to show. Okay. And how to sell a continuity offer. So I won't go into all that. Now let's jump back into a couple quick quotable nuggets that he was dropping. Once again, if you're going to join the challenge, the affiliate link should be down below this video and the information there. So definitely do it. I would say do the VIP experience, even if you're not going to level up and play for the platinum where you're asking a question. Just being in that room an hour before the general population gets in there, so that you can hear how he's answering the questions that others have, is still so valuable, because I write down the answers that they receive. So I had some notes. It's coming up. Got that. Also, he also went through the 4 moves for scaling a business. Essentially, if you were generating 100 leads, that equal 10 sales. $1,000 per sale is $10,000. And he showed you in 4 steps, which was increasing your lead generation. And then from that, you're increasing the conversion rate. So you go from 100 to 10 sales to increasing it to 220 sales. And basically took us from $10,000 a month to 128,000. That was really good. There was yes. Are the people that I serve worth me getting over my discomfort in order to better serve them? So many people are not comfortable on video. They may not be comfortable doing a podcast, but if you truly have something of value that's going to solve a lot of problems, and hopefully problems that a lot of people have, get over your discomfort because you're trying to reach them. You have something they need. So is you removing that discomfort worth it if you can reach the people whose lives are going to be better as a result of you bringing that solution, you bringing that transformation? Most definitely. So don't allow myself to think or believe that something is bigger than me. And he was very direct when he was saying this to all of us. He does not allow himself to believe that anything out there is bigger than him. Now, he's done some videos on how he doesn't believe in setting a goal, and he was very adamant about saying that's his thing. And we talked about that during our question, but he said he doesn't set goals because goals are a specific destination tied to a particular timeline. And I said, well, Mr. Golden, that probably works for you because you have a gear. We can call it the golden gear that he gets in, and he's just going to go knock it out. He's going to learn as fast as he possibly can to the point of, which is mastery, learning it to the point of mastery so that he can execute it. And then he's on to learning the new skill. But I want to encourage all of you, don't allow things to be, bigger in your mind than what you are. You're bigger than that. If it's a goal you have and it is a big number or a big task, hey, knock that thing down. Knock it down into bite-sized pieces if you have to. And that way it becomes so small that it's not a hardship to knock out the task or to complete that. And you just continue to build up. But don't allow it in your mind to become bigger than you. All right. Become a person of empathy at such a high level that I feel the pain of my potential clients so much that I obsess over solving it. Right? You're such a person of empathy. You're such a businessman or businesswoman of empathy that you're actually feeling the pain of those potential clients. And you're going to begin to obsess over how to get those customers away from that pain point and on towards pleasure. So thanks so much for joining me. Jason Brown, the Charlotte Agent. I have day 5 coming up. And then he actually did another session, which is like a 6th session over the weekend, which is great. That added value. Check out the sponsor. There it is, sponsor at faithgear.shop. That's www.faithgear.shop. I got this awesome tee. The clothes feel great. They're not too short. I like the shirts because they're nice and long. The quality is great. I've washed this several times and it doesn't shrink on me real bad. So yeah, you all be blessed, man. You all be blessed. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video when we discuss day 5. Peace out.